Khushi Patel and I am the author of the book The Sikandar of Life. Talking about my passion for writing, yes, I'm totally passionate about writing because just as any artist's weapon is their paintbrush, a doctor's weapon is their mental stability to perform surgery. Same way, any author or writer's weapon, including mine, is my imagination and my pen. And the best part is, they go hand in hand with me. Talking a little bit more about my book, well, The Sikandar of Life is a fiction and it surrounds this character who is a protagonist of my story, Meera. Meera belongs to Generation X, so you could probably relate it to the people who are from 90s or grown in 90s, like say my parents. So if you've seen movies like Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, Hum Aapke Hai Kaun, Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum, so all those mirchi masalas are a bit added to, the college life, the school life of Meera. But the main point that surrounds this entire story is, who is a person that acts as a backbone for any girl? Any guesses? Well, it's any girl's mom. I just turned 18. So when I look back to my teenage days, how it all started, this hormonal changes and all, I think if my mom wasn't there, it was impossible for me to clear that stage. Like right now, I can still take some decisions on my own. But at that point of time, with all those hormones rising up and down and taking impulsive decisions, I think my mom has played a major role. Even right now, speaking in this video and then publishing my book or any other achievements in my life, I think my mom has always been a great support. But then in this story, Meera, she does not have this support. She's deprived of the mother's love and affection. So she has to deal with all traumas of life, right from divorces to this teenage period, as I said, all alone. So that loneliness actually creates major problems in her life. So ultimately, she does find a partner in the end, but then it's a murder mystery, so I'm not really going to reveal everything out here. But then, yeah, so that's the major outlook of this story. And it's available on e-platforms like Kindle, Amazon, and on Flipkart. So kindly check it out. Yeah, that's an introduction about me in my book. Now, talking about the present COVID situation, I actually think that yes, of course, we had our entire 2020 ruined. We did not go to schools or colleges, or our normal social life was hampered. But looking at the positive side, I think we got the time that we always crave for. Like, talking on myself, I always crave for the time that I can sit with, my parents. I can spend some time there, because growing as a teenager, I always got a bit detached. I had my friends coming in, going out and stuff, so I lost that touch with my parents. And now I got that time to spend with them and watch movies and then do something like I love doing Sudoku, and then normally I did not get time. I didn't have time to write that I'm doing right now. I do not have time to take care of myself, pamper myself, do extra development. Like recently I finished a digital marketing course, so I did not have time for extra stuff which I desired, because every day that mundane life of getting up, facing competitions, exams and stuff like that. So now I've got the time to rebuild myself, to add feathers on my cap. Like right now there's literature fest, so I wouldn't have time to record if it was a normal mundane day. So I'm really happy in a way that I got all this time in a situation like COVID. Talking more about COVID situation, I think one of the things that were highlighted when 2020 was that the nature is given a chance to replenish and regrow. There's always a motto of go green that I have learned since I was in second grade. We had trees cut and we had papers and banners that were painted saying go green. Finally we have this time when we can go green, we can avoid plastics, we are actually reducing the pollution levels because we're not going out much and stuff like that. So there is always a balance in nature, when there's an imbalance, we always have situations like COVID or alike, that when nature gets a chance to stabilize. There was a proud moment in 2019 when I got a chance to be one of the AFSers. I was an exchange student in 2019 and I participated in BP Global STEM USA. So sponsored by British Petroleum, we were like 3 students who were selected from India and we got 100% scholarship. So we had a stay at Houston. and I met many students from different parts of the world, right, from Georgia to Mexico, from Egypt, South Africa, Brazil, etc. And the topic that we worked upon was sustainable development. So sustainability is a motto of each and every country. Today, we students are being trained, we are being educated about sustainability, because that's our tomorrow. If we do not work on our present situations, our tomorrow is going to be really hard to be worked upon. So right now we have the time to rebuild our nature, and to have more interactions with it. Like, we can grow more plants, we can go green in a real way, apart from just noting it down in our textbooks and in our examinations. So this is a time when we can work on ourselves and also work upon our environment. Yes, everything has pros and cons, and yeah, we do have cons of COVID, like we cannot meet our friends. There has been hell number of deaths, we have lost our close ones. But let's see on the greener part that yeah, we are going to have our vaccinations coming out soon. Like, we have Pfizer in US and Covishield in India, and from May 1st there is some news that we'll soon be vaccinated, each and every person that's 18 plus, so all the adults will be vaccinated. So that's a good news. So again, we'll get a chance to go back to our mundane lives. So whatever times are left, let's take the best out of it. Let's work upon ourselves, let's work upon our environment, and let's also take care of ourselves, because COVID is a deadly virus. It directly aims at your lungs. So let's not forget that the situation is still bad out there, and let's cater to all the preventary measures and the COVID guidelines that has been put out by the government. And another thing that I used to say is that COVID, yes, it has taken away a lot of time, an entire year of 2020, but we have an entire life ahead. So right now, this is the time when we can recoup for the time that we have lost before. So let's take things positively, as I said earlier. And yes, the COVID situation will be dealt with, the economies will have a bit of a problem to thrive again, but then inflation will surely hike up. So let's see what happens in the near future. But right now, at present, all we know is we are living, we need to live, we humans are survivors. So let's survive for the better, let's work upon ourselves and our environment. Thank you. Talking a bit about the changing world of literature, as far as I have seen, literature is basically a piece of art that can be portrayed in the form of, say, prose, drama, or in the form of poetry. So literature is anything where you put down your thoughts and you kind of mechanize it into a verbal, written way of expressing imagination and thoughts. Like, if we see right from Anne Frank to Helen Keller to Shakespeare to William Blake to William Wordsworth to O. Henry Twist, everyone has catered to one or the other genre of literature, and it has kept changing with time. Like, if we talk about Anne Frank, she was during the period of Nazism and she wrote a diary about what she's going through. That's also a form of literature, and that catered to the period of Nazism. Talking about Helen Keller, she's a miracle. She wrote with disabilities, hearing and visual impairments, but yes, she has written a really beautiful biography that caters to autobiographical way of literature. Now, talking about William Blake, I have read one of the lyric of his poetry, that is experiences of life. So that caters to more of the normal ways of living, and it caters to what we go through as a person in life. William Wordsworth again puts down stuff that's related to nature, including even R.K. Narayan. He writes novels, and of course he is famous for Malgudi Days, and he's attached to natural ways of writing, and he's more connected to nature and human behavior. So that's his genre. So if we talk about changing world of literature, in every era we have had a poet or a writer who caters to different problems or issues or stuff that already exist around them at that period of time. So right now, if we see right now what we are going through is COVID. So a few years from now, we'll surely have some poets or authors who have written about this present situation, which would be really highlighted in that era. So literature basically talks about mankind and observations around the man that he faces. So that's my opinion about changing world of literature. As I finally wrap up, I would really thank each and every one of you for listening to my journey of writing and to know about my views about the present COVID situation and about the changing world of literature. I hope you all read my book, The Sikandar of Life, that is available on Amazon Kindle and on Flipkart. And I would also like to reveal that my second part of the book of The Sikandar of Life that reveals the murderer is going to be out soon, maybe this year or the next. So let the cat be inside the bag, I'm not letting it out. And I would really like to thank NE8X for giving me this opportunity. I'm truly honored to be one of the speakers of the LitFest 2021. Thank you so much.